Okay, it's 6 o'clock. We'll get started. So tonight's a little bit different. I'm going to call to order the public hearing on the ESSER 2 funds. Per the governor, emergency order 12, state of emergency, bodies are permitted and encouraged to utilize emergency provisions. 91A to conduct meetings through electronic means. Quorum of the board doesn't have to be present, provided in one location, provided the board provides public access to the meeting, which we do via Zoom. Public notice is up. This is on the website. It's also been posted on Facebook. We have a way for the public to alert the public body if there's problems. Email jacqueline.co@sau24. If the public does not have access, we will cancel and reschedule the meeting. All the board members and administrators are required to disclose their names, other people in their room, and where they are. So let's do our roll call vote, and then we'll start our public hearing. So from the school board, let's see, Christine?
Here.
Home? You're home? Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm at home by myself.
Yeah, okay. Sarah?
Here in the basement by myself.
Daniel?
Daniel at home by myself.
Great. Rochelle?
Here, at home.
And Wendy Curry here by myself. From the administration, Jackie, you want to go? Jackie is muted.
Jackie Coe. I'm actually at home. Natasha
Coleman, I'm also at home. Chris
Roy, I'm also at home in my office alone. Martha
LeMahieu, home as well. Greg
Reinhardt in the office, alone.
You got the principals?
Jess Potter, home, alone.
Sean Hilliard, home, alone.
Awesome. Got everybody? All right. So Jackie, you want to start the public hearing?
Sure, I'm going to turn this over to Chris Roy. This is, we are required, in order to accept the funds through the ESSER grant, we were required to have a hearing for that purpose.
Yeah, so this public hearing, we're using RSA 19820B to accept ESSER 2 funding from the federal government allocation, where school district received $352,896 in additional COVID relief funding. And so in order for us to spend those federal revenues, we need either to have expenditures in our budget approved by the voters, or we utilize that RSA 9828B to accept those funds through a public hearing. And so that's what we're doing tonight. The ESSER 2 funding is very similar to the ESSER 1 funding, where we're looking at different ways to utilize the funding, which, it could be to address any types of learning loss that have happened during this last year, different types of building, addressing different types of building issues with regards to ventilation or anything along those lines. And there's just a bunch of different things we're looking to purchase with these funds to respond to COVID. So that's the gist of it tonight.
So are there any questions from the board? And then questions from the public?
So a process, so you need to announce that you have this money and you're going to use it. You don't have to itemize at this point. You just have to have approval that we accept the funds.
Correct.
Right. We've been, sharing as we go through every month, every other month, sharing as we plan for those grants.
Right. And you just did that a couple of weeks ago, right?
And so we just received these funds into the SAU account, or actually the Weare district account. And that's why we're having the hearing now. We know we're getting an ESSER 3 funds, but we don't have those yet. And so once we have those, we'll come again and ask again to use those funds.
And we also did it for the first 2 allocations in the fall.
Right, and so I assume once we're done with questions, you'll need a motion to accept
That could be in the
in
board.
the regular, okay, that's fine. Okay, so board members, do we have any questions? Okay. Jackie, did you say you wanted public to be able to speak in the public hearing? Yes?
Yep, definitely.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, so if you would like to speak about the public funds, there is a way to raise your hand. Let's look different participants. Let's see if I see anyone. Not seeing any hands. Jackie, are you?
Nope, I think we're okay then.
Okay. All right, so you have what you need, right? So then we can close this hearing and start the regular meeting?
Correct.
And we don't need a vote for that, right? Do we need a vote to close the hearing? No. Okay, so we're closing the public hearing.